This is Write Club Table Read with guest writer Stafford Echols. Be sure to follow Write Club on social media and enjoy the read.
Good evening, everyone. You are now viewing the August edition of Write Club's Table Read with our featured guest writer, Stafford Echols. My name is Kimberly Hope, and I will be your host for this evening. We're going to read Stafford's script, Gang Ties, which he has constructed and is preparing to break and put back together. So all of the feedback from tonight's attendees will be used in the construction of his new version of this script. Stafford, would you like to share a few things about the script before we get started?
Yeah, like I said, this script is a little bit on the raunchy side. I just want to give a full, authentic view of Chicago. What inspired this script was a group of friends who passed away within months of each other, within 2 months of each other, who were all in a gang together, and they all died within, like I said, 2 months of each other, and it was heartbreaking. So I don't know, just something that inspired me to write this script, and plus with the violence and everything going happening today in Chicago, it's just awareness, if you will. And that's all I got.
Okay, thank you so much. As Stafford said, be advised that there is colorful and strong language in this script. So if you have small children around or you're in a work environment, we suggest that you take the necessary precautions to protect your environment. Tonight's writer has been writing since first grade. He has won a young authors competition, which inspired him to continue on his writing journey and move into screenwriting with his love for television and movies and all sorts of things. He uses his life experiences to put into his work. He is a native Chicagoan, and so now we are going to experience his script, Mr. Stafford Echols, Gang Ties. Let's get into it. Based on true events. Fade in. Interior basement night. No decorations, no furniture. Troy, 9 years old, shirtless. Next to him, Rod, 10 years old. He has on a tank top. They both stand at attention on the cold concrete floor. Superimposed, Chicago, Illinois, 2005. A gang of young men ranging from ages 12 to 21 stand from left to right, side by side as they look at Rod and Troy with mean, stale expressions. Gang chief, 22, short braids, wears a Chicago Bulls fitted cap. A scar across his neck. He observes Troy and Rod's body language.
So you little suckers ready to put some work in the field with the wolves, huh? Y'all ain't pups no more.
Troy and Rod stand motionless.
Y'all really want to be down with the mob boys? Think you about this life? Well, we about to see. There is a part A of y'all's initiation.
Gang chief nods. 3 members step out of line. They move directly in front of Troy. Troy breathes deeply through his nose, scared but doesn't show any fear. A member strikes Troy across the face. He falls to the floor.
Oh, damn, little homie. That hurt. Can't take a punch. Just gonna sit on the floor like a little bitch. Ain't no bitches in mob boys. Get back up.
Rod looks at Troy on the ground. Troy slowly stands to his feet, holds his face.
What you gonna do, Troy? You let motherfuckers steal off you and you ain't gonna do shit, huh?
Troy balls his fist, swings at one of the gang members, misses his face. The 3 ambush him. Troy, back on the floor, gets pummeled by the 3 members. Rod grows tired of watching, sucker punches a member in the face.
Hey, get the fuck off me, homie.
Rod, on defense, throws punches at the remaining members. Gang chief seems impressed as he spectates.
Roddy, you want to help your mans?
He chuckles.
The rest of y'all come and jump these little motherfuckers in since they so tough.
The other members march towards Rod, circle around him. Rod tries to throw a left hook, overpowered by the gang members as they start to beat on him. Troy and Rod on the floor get beaten to a pulp by mob boys. Gang chief watches on as his members jump Troy and Rod into the gang. We hear the impact of their fists connect with Troy and Rod's bodies, each hit. Smash to black, title card, gang time. Fade in, exterior apartment, building, day. Superimposed 10 years later. Beautiful summer day. Civilians and cars pass by. We hear a man and woman argue from the inside. Interior, Sierra's apartment, continuous. Trinity, 3 years old, cute as a bell, fast asleep on a couch. The yelling can be heard clearer now.
What bullshit, Troy?
Troy, now 19, rough exterior, a rolled blunt tucked behind his ear as he goes back and forth with Sierra, 19, loud, curvy shape.
Every time I come over to this motherfucker, we gotta argue, Sierra.
Because your ass can't stand the truth.
Bro, Trinity's asleep. Why is you yelling?
You think you're doing something with your drive-by visits? You spend more time with mob boys, more than your own child.
Man, shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
You stupid, bro.
What are you doing for your daughter, Troy? Trinity has needs. My baby needs shit. Why does she always get the short end of the stick?
Yo, what part of I'm catching up on bills don't you understand, fam? Damn.
And what they got to do with us? You lucky I don't put your black ass on child support.
Troy palms his face, paces around the living room.
Can't wait to spark this L. Bitch is crazy, G.
Mama told me to watch who I lay down with.
Yeah, and that bitch is an eater too. Materialistic ass broads.
What's he say? You tired, G. Maybe you should get your weight up with Get Money Click.
You should watch what the fuck you say to me.
They get more paper than y'all. Pretty ass nickel and diamond you do with Rod and West bum asses.
Bitch, you pushing it. Fall the fuck back.
Then you want to talk about mamas. That Alkie who birthed you.
Troy grips Sierra by her face and neck.
Shut the fuck.
He pins her against the wall.
You want to be for the streets so bad. What? Go fuck one of them homies for some money. I give no fucks.
Get off of me. Get the fuck off of me.
She knees Troy in the balls.
Fuck!
Sierra gets away, runs into the kitchen. She grabs a broom, swings at Troy.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my house, nigga.
Troy snatches the broom away from Sierra. Sierra whips her against the wall. Oh, I'm sorry. Troy snatches the broom from Sierra, whips her against the wall, pins his arm against her throat.
Stop, you crazy hoe!
Sierra tries to kick Troy again. He blocks it, drives his arm deep against her throat. She coughs.
Fucking deadbeat.
You kick me again on fire. I'm a fire off your ass, Sierra.
He looks to his left. Trinity awoke from her nap, watches Troy and Sierra. Embarrassed, a guilty Troy doesn't want Trinity to see him behave in that manner. He releases Sierra from the wall.
Get the fuck out, Troy. I'm calling 12 on your bitch ass. Get out. I hope you fucking die.
Troy makes his exit.
I wish death on you, bitch.
He slams the door after he leaves. Exterior, West Side Streets, evening. Troy walks the block as he smokes on a blunt, letting off some steam. Amped up from his altercation with Sierra, he turns into an alley. A homeless man, 52. He sits on filthy quilts next to a dumpster as he rattles through a cardboard box full of scraps. He notices Troy strolling past.
Hey, young blood, can you spare a brother some change?
Troy ignores him, keeps walking. The homeless man throws his hand at Troy. Forget you then. Troy stops in his tracks, thinks for a beat, goes into his pocket, walks in the homeless man's direction. He hands the homeless man some money, takes the remainder of his blunt out of his mouth and gives it to him. The homeless man, rejoiced by Troy's generosity.
Oh, shit. Bless you, young blood.
Troy exhales his smoke.
Yep.
He proceeds to walk up the alley, his back to the homeless man.
Bless you, man. Bless you.
Exterior, Lil Jim's house, evening. People gathered outside. Peach and gray prom decorations surround the entire area. A banner that reads Jim and Destiny hangs in front of the house. Rod, now 20, covered in tattoos, dreadlocks, handsome, standing next to him. West, 24, slim, lanky, nappy fro. Other mob boys posted with the two. Troy walks up to Rod and gang, shakes hands with everyone.
What down? What down?
Trigger Troy, what's good, Brody?
Thought you wasn't gonna make it. Everything good? You sure?
Tell you about it later.
Raya, 18, petite, a ray of sunshine, gentle spirit. She holds a camera, standing next to Anaya, 20. Raya gazes eagerly at Troy, standing with Rod and mob boys. Bridget, 39, comes out the front door.
Okay, everyone, they're about to come out now. Get your cameras ready.
She has a giddy smile on her face. Lil Reese Us plays on a stereo speaker. Lil Jim, 18, wearing sunglasses, and Destiny, 18. Both match the colors displayed. Flashy suit and dress, stunning together. They dance to the music. Everyone eggs them on.
Hey, 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 hey.
All right, D. Killy girl. Everyone continues to vibe to the music. Exterior Lil Jim's house continues. Everyone wraps up taking pictures of Lil Jim and Destiny. The couple go their separate ways to mingle. Lil Jim greets Troy, Rod, and my boy.
Yo, gang, gang.
The gang embraces Lil Jim with hugs and handshakes.
That boy got drip. Woo!
Rocking that suit, my boy. Salute.
Little bro out here.
I appreciate y'all. Love 100.
You and Destiny get in the room, Jimmy?
On me. I'm stretching my joint out all weekend. On, gang.
They all laugh.
Your ass gonna fuck around and be a daddy like the rest of us, boy? Better be careful, kid.
Ryan creeps up behind Troy, taps his back.
You can't speak?
He faces Raya, flashes a charming smile.
What you on with me, shorty?
Because you be acting funny, Troy.
Troy pulls Raya into a hug.
Come here, Ryan. Get off that, fam.
Nah. You phony, G.
They laugh.
Your ass a bug, right?
Shut the hell up. Troy, why are you friends with him?
You and your brother got issues. I'm staying out of that.
Her big head ass get on my nerves. Take a picture of us with Jimmy, right? Y'all come on. Let's take a picture.
Troy, Rob, West, and the rest of the mob boys stand behind Lil Jim. They all strike a pose for the photo.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
My boys.
Ryan takes the picture.
Gang in this bitch.
Ryan hands Lil Jim a half full envelope.
Enjoy yourself, bro. Live it up tonight. Be safe, all right? All right?
Love you, bro.
It's all good.
They embrace in a brotherly hug. Destiny walks up, hugs Raya.
You're so pretty.
Thank you. You slayed last week for your prom, girl. Jimmy, we're going to be late. Let's go.
All right, babe. I got to break out, fellas. Thanks for coming.
Bridget hugs Little Jim and Destiny.
Jimmy, have fun. Don't drink and drive. Call me later, okay? Destiny, you call me if he doesn't. You hear me?
Got you, Mom. We out, y'all.
Little Jim and Destiny leave to get in their car.
Y'all have fun. I'll post the pictures on Facebook. Rod, I'll see you at home. Later, Troy.
All right, Raya, you be smooth.
Raya leaves.
What y'all getting into later?
Trying to hit a stain, Trigger Troy.
What this boy talking about?
You heard the man. He asked if you trying to make a play tonight.
I could use the extra count. Bitch Sierra hounding me. On my back about helping out with Trinity.
I know how that baby mama shit go. Ain't got to tell me.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Oh, yes, sir.
Rod and Troy shake hands.
Say less.
Interior car, night. Parking alley. Two suburban boys sit in the front seat.
How long this gonna fit to be?
Said he's on his way.
I'm fucking hungry. You know, everything closed back by us.
Grab something while we this way. I'm craving a mild sauce.
Hell no, you talking. Sucker.
Exterior, West Side Alley, night. Rocco, you ain't even know it plays on the radio. West pulls up in a car, parks in front of the suburban boy's vehicle. Interior, car, same. Point of view, windshield. West gets out the car, stands by the trunk.
There, buddy, go there.
About fucking time.
They get out of their car. Exterior, West Side Alley, continuous. West shakes their hand.
You Meech? That I am, gentlemen. Glad you could make it. Y'all were interested in my collection of Jordans.
Yeah, you got more than what you posted on eBay.
I got it all. Customs, retros, classics, you name it. My price is going better than what they charging at the malls and online. Can we see what's to your inventory? Fuck with me.
Wes opens the trunk of the car. They take a look inside. Point of view, trunk. It's empty. The boys are confused.
Where's the...
Troy and Rod, wearing ski masks, draw their guns to the heads of the suburban boys.
Put your motherfucking hands up. Put your motherfucking hands up, bitch.
What the fuck is this, man?
Shut your ass up. Run the motherfucking pockets, boy. Run that shit now.
They empty their pockets, hands a ton of cash to Rod and Troy. Wes stands off to the side.
Y'all really got to do this?
Rod shoves his gun into the temple of suburban boy 2.
You want to die tonight? Keep talking, nigga.
Get your old punk asses in the trunk. Hurry up, in the trunk.
The suburban boys do as they're told. Once they get inside the trunk, Wes stands over them. Point of view, looking upwards at Wes.
Let this be a lesson to you. When you're a sucker, you'll become a walking lick.
Wes slams the trunk closed, completely dark.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wes, Troy, and Rod are gone. Leaves behind the cars isolated in the alley. Muffled shouts and pounds from inside the trunk from the suburban boys. Interior, Troy's apartment, night, television on. Liters of dark liquor and beer cans posted on the coffee table. An ashtray filled with cigarette butts neighbor the booze. Charlene, 49, blood type cognac positive, wearing a headscarf, passed out, snoring on the floor next to an empty glass. Troy walks into the apartment, breathes sharply as he finds Charlene on the floor.
Head full as hell, man.
He shakes his head, disappointed but not surprised, walks to the back. Charlene still in a liquor coma. Troy gently lays a blanket on top of her. He picks her glass cup off the floor, sets it on the table. Troy shuts the TV off, walks inside. Interior, Troy's room continuous. He closes the door after he enters, puts to his bed, removes his gun from his waist, sets it on the bed. Troy sits on the edge of his bed, pulls out a wad of cash from his pocket, begins to count.
1, 200, 300, 4.
He fast counts the rest, slips the money back into his pocket, leans forward in a speculating state. Interior, Sierra's room, day. Love Ranks Up plays in the background. Sierra bent over in her bed, facing pillow as she gets pounded from behind. Jamel, 17, light complexion, tattoos covering his upper torso. He penetrates Sierra from the back.
You like that shit, girl? Huh? Like that shit?
Oh my God, you fucking the shit out of me. Damn.
He grips Sierra's shoulders, continues to grind. Interior, Sierra's apartment, continuous. Benzo, wife, ER, plays on the radio. A living room filled with GMC, get money quick. The gang lounges around. Monty, 23, husky, bearded. He sits on the couch smoking a blunt as he watches TV. Ted's 21, dreadhead, tattoos covering his arms. He walks around while eating Pringle chips. Shooter, 26, light complexion, tall, bad boy persona, the leader of GMC. He holds Trinity on his hip.
This baby's gorgeous. She don't look shit like that ugly ass Troy.
They laugh. Oh, my mama, boy. Nigga ugly than that thing.
We need Monty. We need a Monty, please.
I got you. Good thing she looks like Sierra.
Monty passes the blunt to another GMC member. They turn their focus to Sierra's closed room door where they hear constant ass smacking and moans.
Hey, Shooter. You think your little brother gonna let the homies get a turn with Shorty when she done blessing him?
Tess chuckles.
Y'all go right ahead. My dick ain't slipping nowhere, my brother, or that dirty ass Troy been. I don't give a fuck how thick that bitch is.
Shit, speak for yourself. I'll crack. What do you mean?
I'm saying, Tez and Monty slap hands.
That's why fuckers like you be burning around this motherfucker. Hope Jamel, hot dick ass using a rubber. I'm sorry for going on your parents, sweetie, but they fucked up.
Shooter giggles, bounces around with Trinity. A knock at the front door. Shooter and GMC face the door.
Should I get that?
This ain't my slot. I'm sorry, I forgot I was Fizz for a second. Another knock at the door.
Fuck it. I'll answer for you. Trinity, since mama's busy doing Dino's.
He answers the door. Troy stands on the other side. Troy, pissed to find Shooter with Trinity and Sierra's house flooded with GMC.
What the fuck?
You have a beautiful little girl, Troy.
Troy steps inside Sierra's apartment.
The fuck you brothers doing here?
Look, fam, I was gracious enough to babysit your child while her mother's in the room. You want her back?
He hands Trinity to Troy. Troy and the rest of GMC exchange mean stares.
Man, where the fuck is that bitch?
Sierra and Jamel walk out her room. He slides his shirt back on, smirks. Sierra's surprised to see Troy. Troy, disgusted, sets Trinity on the ground.
You know, you one trifling ass, dumb ass, stupid ass, dick sucking ass bitch, Sierra.
Boy, you're not about to walk in where I pay bills calling me out my name.
Bitch, Section 8 paying for this piece of shit. Fuck out of here. So you fucking this lemon drop bitch ass boy?
Whoa, watch your motherfucking mouth, dust ass boy.
What's up, Jamal?
Nigga, what's happening?
Troy prepares to step to Jamel. Shooter intervenes, towering over him.
Whoa, 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 sucker. You know where you at? Look around you. Think twice before you step into one of mine.
Troy glances around the room. Tez, Monty, Jamel, and other GMC ready to attack.
Trinity, come to mommy. Come here, baby.
Trinity foots over to Sierra. She picks her up off the ground, moves off to a corner.
Bro, he just mad because I'm laying the pipe in his baby mama.
Jamel laughs, walks toward the TV, lifts his shirt up, slaps his hand across his abs.
You think I'm scared of you motherfuckers?
We don't want you to be scared, bitch. You feeling froggy?
Long beat. Troy looks away, punches Shooter in the face, moves past him. He forcefully hops over the coffee table, pushes Jamel against the wall, swings and hits with everything in him. Jamel guards himself to dodge Troy's punches. Sierra screams. Trinity cries at the commotion. Tez, Monty, and GMC pull Troy off Jamel. They throw him on the floor.
Man, on gang beat that nigga's ass.
GMC begins to stomp, punch, kick Troy while he's on the ground. Shooter joins in on the beating, socks Troy in the face, stomps at him with the rest of his crew.
What's up, nigga? What's up?
Bitch ass nigga. Trinity continues to cry.
Y'all niggas messing up my crib. Y'all scaring my baby.
Shooter stops attacking Troy.
Take this motherfucker outside. Drag his ass.
He opens Sierra's front door.
Bring your bitch ass outside. Ass flipping that over, pussy boy.
GMC dragged Troy out of Sierra's apartment by his legs. Jamel and Shooter follow them out. We hear rumbling as they pull Troy downstairs. Sierra tries to calm Trinity down from crying.
It's okay, baby. I know.
Get that motherfucker.
She moves closer to her window, looks through the blinds. Sierra's point of view. Shooter and GMC constantly kick and beat Troy. Jamel smashes the garbage can on top of Troy's body. Sierra's jaw drops watching the brutality happening to Troy. Interior, Rod's house, afternoon. Raya opens the door as Troy stands on the other side, face beaten and battered, holds his ribs in agony. Raya is dismayed by Troy's face.
Boy, who did this to you? Are you okay?
Raya tries to rub her hand on Troy's face. He moves his head away before she can touch him.
I'm just trying to help. Your face is pretty bad. You should let me put something over it.
Appreciate you, Ryan. I'll be all right. Where your brother?
She observes Troy, concerned about him.
He's in the back with Wesley and Lil Jim.
Exterior, Rod's backyard continues. Rod, West, and Lil Jim sit in lawn chairs as they smoke weed.
Wes, you know your wife, shorty, my nigga.
Lil Jim and Rod laugh.
Hell no. On the homeboy. Y'all got me fucked up.
Wesley, stop lying, boy.
Fuck, I got a lie for.
Oh, Chief Wes, I heard you and Crystal was walking down Madison holding hands and shit.
Boy, if you don't get your real goofy ass up out of here, beanhead ass.
Rod and Lil Jim burst into laughter.
Y'all overcapping, man. Fuck on with that shit.
Troy approaches everyone. Wes's face drops. Rod and Lil Jim stop laughing. The crew studies Troy's face. Wes jumps out of his seat.
On the gang, they got my brother fucked up. Who the fuck did this to you, Troy?
Troy doesn't say anything. Face frown. Rod stands up, walks closer to Troy.
What happened to you? That shit's fucked up.
Went over to drop some money off over at that bitch Sierra's crib. I go over there and her shit filled with them hoe-ass GMC boys.
Shooter and them did this to you?
Yeah, man. On my daughter. About to murder them boys, starting with Jamel's bitch ass.
Troy, what the fuck did doing your baby mama shit?
Sierra dumbass fucking on Jamel now.
Little Jim shakes his head.
I knew there was a reason I couldn't stand that bitch, Pam. Troy, what's up? We offering them what? Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Hold up. Y'all niggas wild. We need to plan our next move.
You see what they did to our man face, bro?
Wesley, lower your voice. I'm standing right here, G.
Wes humbles himself.
My bad. You're right, bro. It's my fault.
It's all good.
Rod, bro, you gotta let me put a bullet in one of them boys, bro. This shit is personal. They did me dirty in front of my fucking daughter, man. I'm not letting this shit slide.
Neither am I. Damn. Plan your shit out first. When you react off emotion, shit don't go as planned.
At least let me get Jamel. That bitch ass boy done violated on all fronts. You gotta go.
Troy, not yet, fam. It's too soon.
What are we waiting on?
Troy, them GMC niggas gonna answer for what they did to you, bro. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but we on their ass. As a favor for me, can you hold off on killing Jamel? Just for now.
Rod walks away as Troy can see the rage in his face.
We'll attack when they least expect it.
Troy isn't buying what Rod's selling. Stands with such hostility. Exterior park night. Jamel stands alone in a playground. He wears a Chicago Bears hoodie. Has one hand in his hoodie pocket as he talks on the phone with the other.
Yeah, it was good. Your ass a freak, shorty. Yeah, I'm gone forever. No, sorry. Yeah, I'm gone forever. Hit that. I don't give a fuck about your baby. Fuck, dude. The only reason I ain't dead his ass because you got a daughter with Buddy. Other than that, my homies would have been on his ass. All right, fam. I can't make no more promises. These people finna get dirt with mine. I'll slide when I get this last pack off. All right.
Jamel hangs up out of nowhere. Troy, dressed in all black, draws near with his gun pointed in Jamel's face.
You homies should have killed me, boy. Take your hand out of that motherfucking pocket, bitch. Slow.
Jamel does as he's told.
Hold your hands up, or I promise I'll clear your ass right now.
Oops.
Shut up.
Do it. Motherfucker, do it. Why are we standing here talking? Pull the fucking triggers. I just got off the phone with your BM. She's begging me to spare your life on game, boy.
I don't give a fuck about that tired ass thought. How many other boys done smashed?
Obviously, you hurt. You ready to kill me for the pussy?
This ain't got shit to do with that bitch. Y'all thought it was cool to get down on me like that other day in front of my little girl. No.
We beat your ass, boy. You lucky you only got that treatment.
Fuck all that. Now you about to look at me as you die. Look at me. Look at me.
Mel has no remorse in his face, stares into the barrel.
My brother and them gonna kill you behind this here. I'm telling you. You'll be dead before they bury me in the ground, nigga.
Pow! Bullet to the head of Jamel. Blood splatters everywhere as he goes down instantly. Troy empties his gun into Jamel's lifeless corpse. Check his surroundings for witnesses. Flees the scene. Jamel is stretched out on the playground, filled with bullet holes. Exterior, West Side Street, night. A sweaty Troy power walks with his hands in his pockets, heart racing, breathes heavily. He stops walking.
Shit, I ain't checked that the fuck brother's pockets. Man, Fuck!
Troy turns around, walks in the direction he came from. Exterior West Side Streets continues. Troy is a block away from where he left Jamel. His face drops. Red and blue lights bounce off him. Police, medical examiners, and nosy bystanders flood the area.
Damn, these motherfuckers are fast.
He looks around, foot's far away from the murder scene, he calls. Exterior park continues. Medical examiners continue to take pictures of Jamel's corpse. Mike Huntley, 52, white. Turk Pulowski, 48, white. Both rough detectives crossing the yellow tape to approach the scene.
Hunt, this you and Turk's Rabbit? What we got here? Possible homicide, bullet to the head, several shots to the body. Probably gang related.
No question, the blind could see that. Huntley and Turk observed Jamel's dead body.
Goodness, someone was pissed off at this kid, Mike.
You can tell this was personal. Could have been quick, but the shooter was angry, made it messier than he should. Beat. Huntley doesn't take his eyes off Jamel. Any witnesses?
Nothing. Folks waited to come out after they heard gunshots and us to show up.
Huntley chuckles. He and Turk slide on a pair of latex gloves.
Shall we get to it?
Yeah. Can you give us a moment? Clear out this crowd so we can do our jobs? The officer nods, detaches from Turk and Huntley. Turk, go see if you can recover any shell casings. Count them all up.
You got it, Mike.
Turk eyes for any surrounding bullets on the ground. Huntley sighs, moves closer to Jamel, kneels downward. You let someone get the upper hand on you, huh, Jamel? He chuckles, begins to check Jamel's hoodie and pants pocket, stops for a beat. Huntley pulls out Jamel's cell phone, hurries the device into the pocket of his suit jacket. Turk, I got something. Turk approaches Huntley.
What you got?
Cash, condoms, a few of these. Huntley holds up a few drug baggies. Why not take the money and drugs?
The killer only had intentions on taking out our victim.
He hands Jamel's belongings to Turk. Bag this shit into evidence. We'll continue to see what else we find. Turk exhales sharply, gazes the surrounding perimeter. Interior, Sierra's apartment day. Huntley stands in the living room holding a notepad. And that was the last time you saw Jamel? Sierra holds Trinity with an unsure look on her face.
Yes.
So you two were an item.
Excuse me?
You and Jamel were dating before he was murdered.
I wouldn't say that we were a couple.
Friends with benefits?
I don't know. I guess you could say that.
Ma'am, I'm trying to solve an alleged gangland shooting. You were the last person to talk to the deceased. Think you can help me out? Beat. Sierra bites her lip, rubs Trinity's back.
Jamel and myself were in a situation.
What kind of situation?
We fuck from time to time, nothing exclusive.
Now we're getting somewhere. Know anyone who would want to hurt Mr. Grant? See him dead? Beat.
I don't know anything. Sorry, detective.
Huntley observes Sierra's body language. Your daughter is cute as a button.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Well, I'll be on my way. He goes into his suit jacket's pocket, whips out a card, holds it between his fingers. If anything should cross your mind about Jamel or his enemies, don't hesitate to give me a call. She reluctantly takes Huntley's card, sticks it in her cleavage. Interior, Troy's apartment, afternoon. Charlene in the living room sits on the couch as she watches TV, enjoys a drink and a cigarette. Troy foots out his room. Wearing a fresh pair of clothes, he's about to leave as Charlene notices. Where you out to, boy? He stops in his tracks, faces Shirlene.
Finna head over to Wes's crib. We all supposed to link later at Rod's spot for a party.
And I believe that is the end. All right. We have made it through the this is the first act, right, for your movie? This is the first act of Gang Ties. So how do you feel, Stafford?
Man, after hearing y'all repeat these lines, man, so I gotta buy these people dinner, man, to put them through this ordeal, man. But I appreciate y'all for this, because y'all did that. Everybody. Thank y'all so much for that.
Okay, all right. So now we're gonna move into our feedback portion. And so what I'm gonna do is, if there's someone on the call that did not introduce yourself, you can just introduce yourself, what you do in the film industry or entertainment industry, and give your feedback on what we have just read, which is Stafford Echols' Gang Ties. I am going to start with Michelle. Michelle, are you there? Okay, we are going to move to Tamra.
Yes.
Do you have any feedback for Stafford's script?
Oh man, I didn't think I was gonna be first. It was good. I think with us eliminating some of the words, which I know why we did that, it kind of took away from the actual fullness of what he was trying to get out. But other than that, it was good. I want to know what happens next.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tamra. Laura.
Yeah, I think it was good. I missed a little of the beginning part. I had to step away for a minute for a work thing, but I came back a few pages into it. But from what I heard, like, it was really I was trying to think of a word to describe, like, it fresh. I mean, I don't know, like I don't know if fresh is the right word, but it was like refreshing. Like, I don't know if I'm describing it right, but like it was you know what I'm trying to say. Like, but yeah, I think that the drama was there, and everybody did an excellent job of reading, by the way. Yeah. And I agree with the changing of the words that throw me off for a second. I missed the beginning part when that discussion was being held. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good, and I'd be interested to hear more too. Good job, everyone.
Guys, don't hold back neither. I'm like I said, this is I'm getting ready for a rewrite, so I'm taking all you guys' suggestions. So if you got anything, please feel free.
It felt authentic, I think, is a better word. It was authentic, is what it felt. So yeah, good job.
Thanks, Laura. Kate.
I loved it, Stafford. I really did. The very first scene, from that moment, it was very graphic and very gripping, especially for this to happen to 9 and 10-year-old boys. And I was immediately drawn into the story. I liked the contrast on page 5 between the way that he treats his female daughter and the way he treats his baby mama. I really liked that contrast, because you see the respect that he has for his own child and the distaste he has for women his age. So I really did like that. The aggravated robbery scene with the car, that was very suspenseful. I liked it. Shoving them in the car, and I liked the different point of views. I think that was really good. And I can't wait to see that scene shot. I love that there was constant action. And one of the notes that I put as, are you sure this isn't in Memphis? So, but I was wondering about your choice of the word foots in your description instead of walks. Is that a specific type of walking, or did you use foots on purpose?
I kind of use foots on purpose, so I'm not constantly saying walk, and I like the way foots looks or sounds because it seems like they're stepping versus actually walking. But yeah, that's why I use that one. If you think of foots as a different term when you're reading it, or
I didn't know. I've never seen it described in the actual description as foot.
Oh yeah.
So I'm open to new suggestions.
Yeah, that's why I did that. Thanks, Kate. I appreciate that. If you got anything else, please. Like I said, y'all to don't hold back nothing.
It was really good. I did enjoy it, and I can't wait to see it on film.
Okay. Thanks, Kate. Up next, we have Charlene.
Hey, Stafford, thank you for including me today. I would say this was a very exciting start to the story. In terms of suggestions, when you first, introduced the story, you talked a lot about the friendship. And that seems like a big component. And I would like to see that start as early as possible. So like the scene, it's like the third scene where they all out there hanging out. That was a real fun, high energy scene. I'd rather see that sooner because I feel like when we see Troy getting into a physical altercation with Sierra from the beginning, I don't really get a chance to get on his side as an adult before I see him doing it. I'm sorry for my notifications going off over here. But it's really cool stuff. I do think I want to like Troy more before I see him essentially put hands on his baby mama. Another note, I love Shooter's character. He feels just like one of those characters that you love to hate, and he has a lot of personality. So definitely lean into that as you continue your revisions. But this is a really cool story.
Charlene, thank you for bringing Sierra to life, man. I'm gonna look more into that as well, because when I first started developing this script, one of my mentors, he was talking to me about it, and he was saying, the audience will probably not sympathize with Troy as well, seeing him get into an altercation with his baby mama. And I'm not saying I condone that, but I'm just showing the toxicity, the toxicness of that type of situation. So, I'm gonna work on that as I do my other revisions. But thank you for that. Go ahead.
In that conversation, it's been a while since I seen Baby Boy, but we all love that scene of him and Yvette going into it. But we already loved him by the point that we got to that scene.
Exactly. Got you. Thank you so much, Charlene. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We are going to move on to Betsy.
Well, Stafford, it's amazing. I felt that the words that I came up with were raw and real. That's kind of the way I felt when I was reading it. And understand I'm kind of new to criticism, so I don't have a lot of depth right now. But in some of the conversation, I found it sort of comical, and I was feeling bad that I felt that it was sort of comical. Was that wrong to have that reaction?
No, ma'am. That's what I was intending. It's pretty much what you take from it, but I was trying to be more so on the sarcastic, comical side with some of that. So no, you're not wrong.
I was really moved by the story though. So yeah, thanks for sharing.
Right. Thank you, Betsy. We are going to move on to Holly. Hey, Holly.
Hello. I enjoyed it. The only criticism I have is there might have been like a couple grammar things in there, but not a lot. I love how everybody, and you can tell in the script, everybody had their own personality. I was never confused at who anybody was because they
the way they worded things was different, and I really enjoyed that. The beginning scene, between the altercation between Troy and Sierra, no, baby mama. That I'm horrible with names. I'm horrible
you
with
good? You had
names.
it. You had it. You had it. Holly.
So I was actually in an abusive relationship, not with Chris. Sorry, he's fine. This is my first relationship, and I get PTSD from it. And oh my gosh, that scene it felt real, and I was shaking a little bit just because of the PTSD. So it was written well. I wanted to give you props for that one. So I felt so bad, but at the same time, I'm just like, dang, like I've never seen somebody put into words. So yeah, but I loved all the interaction and everything. I do agree with everything everybody else has said too. So
Thank you so much, Holly, for that. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. And you know, it wasn't trying to be triggering, but it's I've honestly witnessed it myself, you know, in serious situations coming up, and you know, it is PTSD. It's especially when kids see it. And you know, I don't know, that was like a more heartfelt scene I wrote from the heart and I seen and experienced. So, you know, that's what I'm glad to hear that, you know, it got some emotion out of you. So thank you so much for that. And thanks for reading for Ryan too. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoyed it. So I always enjoy it.
Okay, thanks, Holly. Our resident Batman, Chris.
Troy. Thanks, Chris.
I agree with everything everyone else said. Also, I struggled getting into the character a lot because I had to be careful with my wording. So that was tough.
You did it though, man. I appreciate you for, you know, having the courage to do it, man. I got so much respect for you for doing that, man. So
appreciate it. I tried. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you reading the script, Chris, that you think I should work on in revisions or change up?
Maybe more build up for the characters. I'm not sure. Maybe more backstory, just so we can feel more connected to them and kind of know what they went through. I don't know. Just kind of like what I enjoy is seeing more character build up. But
thanks for that, because that's what I'm working on in my rewrite. So thank you for that. I'm glad you touched on that. That's confirmation right there.
Awesome.
Okay, Arnold.
Oh, okay. First of all, Stafford, thank you so much for sharing your script with us. You were an incredible writer. I thoroughly enjoyed the material that we covered tonight. I do want to say that I apologize for butchering it. I will say that it was so well written. I felt myself getting into it, and I'm not an actor, and I don't feel comfortable reading. I do it out of necessity, but I felt myself really getting into it, and it was fun. I will say something. I'm one of those people that when I give my material out for feedback, I look for consistency in comments that help me identify some areas that I think needs more attention than others. I agree with a previous statement, and you said that you were fine with it, and that's good. But I feel like I need more of a reason to root for Troy and want to like Troy and feel like I want to get behind him, because when he does have a physical altercation with his baby mama, I'm not rooting for him at that moment yet. I do know that he's the main character, and I realize it, but I think there's some things that could be done to strengthen the relationship between the audience and him, and wanting him to overcome his obstacles in his world. It's there. It's just, I think it could be strengthened. I say the story flows very well. It flows extremely well. I'm jealous, actually, as a writer. Mine seemed way stagnant compared to yours, and I love the action. I think you paint a beautiful picture as to what's happening and what's going on in the world and where our characters are. I would say that maybe possibly strengthening the relationship between Roy and his closest friends might make us more relatable to him and identify with him and like him. Bad guys are always the heroes of their own story. And I noticed that with Shooter, like I know that he's not a good person, but at the same time, he's taking care of a child. You know, like he's there. And I may have been caught up too much reading in the moment and not read the terrain of the scene as well as I could have as somebody else that was just listening. But I do like the fact that he's a real person instead of I'm just a bad guy because I was written to be a bad guy and I woke up this morning to be a bad guy. I do like seeing that in characters where you have no one ever wakes up and says I'm going to be the villain, and everyone always thinks they're the hero of their own story. So I like seeing little elements of that throughout the script where you feel like these people are living their lives based on what they all have their own stories. We just happen to be watching Troy's or from Troy's point of view. Because I was busy waiting for my moments and reading my lines in advance and trying to find words to substitute and et cetera and so forth, I may have not caught some foreshadowing that was in the story. But I think if you go through the story and you find some moments that you may foreshadow certain elements of kind of character behavior, I think there's some clever moments that you could find, even add some misdirection on characters' motivations. I like the officers a lot. I feel like, I hate to say this, but I feel like their moment could be condensed more to save pages and ink for other things that are more important. Because as of right now, to me, they exist and they serve a purpose and they're important to the story, of course. But to me, they're the least important thing that you've written. And I would either punch them up and make them more interesting or more intriguing, or maybe scale them back a little bit. And I'm sorry, you wanted to speak on that note?
No, I was gonna tell you, Arnold. Good thing that you did bring that up. Not Turk, but Mike Huntley is gonna show up later in the story, and he's gonna tie into the whole thing. So I can send you the whole script so you can see it for yourself. I can send you that draft, and you can read it for yourself. You give me feedback, but yeah, he's gonna be in the script more too. The guy, the cop that found the phone.
Yeah, didn't he pocket it?
Yeah.
So I love that foreshadowing. I was like, well, something's on the horizon there. So that was very clever on tipping us in that there's more than meets the eye with this character. So I definitely like that. The one thing I didn't catch on in it, that might be me because I was busy reading or trying to scan for when my role was going to come. I didn't catch what the catalyst was for the main character or what his motivation, like his character arc, like what's his flaw and what would lead to his character arc and where he has to grow and develop. And if that's actually getting out of this environment or getting out of the gang kind of world or whatever, there may be a way to show that tangibly. And the last thing I would say is that your command of dialogue is so good. I typically tell people to show things through action instead of words, but I really enjoyed your dialogue a lot. And I think your dialogue revealed a lot about character and motivations and moments. So I don't feel so much with your screenplay as I would with most people, including my own. So good job. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for bringing it here. And I'm sorry for butchering your characters.
Oh, you're fine, man. And another note too, I was gonna bring up as far as Troy, you're gonna see most of his good side through Raya as they interact more throughout the story, and you're gonna see that's why I feel like people are gonna like start rooting for him and seeing a different side of him. Unfortunately, that didn't cut. I cut it too early. I wish I could have shared more with you guys, so because it gets there. But yeah, that's something I could probably bring up earlier. But yeah, I appreciate your feedback, Arnold, especially you of all people. So yeah, if you had more to tell me, man, I definitely would have took it down. And hey, you did an awesome job reading, so I don't think you butchered anything. I know it was uncomfortable, man, but I appreciate you guys. Like I said, my next script, it won't be this graphic. I promise.
Thank you.
Always fine, Stafford. I promise you. I brought my script Fox Meadows here before, and it was just bad. So hey, scripts are scripts. Artwork is artwork. Whatever you bring, never apologize to us because it's yours and you're presenting it here. It's our job to come in and give you what you need for your revision. So don't feel like you have to apologize. Ron.
Oh, thanks. You'll have to give me a little bit of a pass that one time because I played Old Captain twice in Pearly. So I said, oh, the Nigra word is what I had to say a lot. It's Old Captain. That was a tough one. Yeah, at first I thought we were, heading into stereotypes, but not at all. And I sort of, while I was trying to screen share and not scroll too fast, I was thinking, why is that? And I think it's because you did such a really nice job of separating the dialect of the dialogue from the author, from the writer, and the narration. And the impression was, this is a writer I want to work with, and because sometimes the writer's voice gets mixed in a little too much with the dialect and things, and it's hard to read. But it was very easy to read and very easy to see your. I mean, you never know who's going to read your script, and it really makes it very readable. So it came off as a person who knows the craft and also knows the culture and the dialect to go with it. And it really read well, and I congratulate you for that, because that's not an easy task to pull off. And the conflict was very believable and gritty and raw, as we say, and it played really well. And I had to quickly shake off my own sense, I guess, of what I would call stereotypes, because it just wasn't even there, and I don't even know why I started off that way. So yeah, congratulations, well done. And sorry for all the mis-scrolling. I know some were following it on the screen. I said, oh, backing up. That's hard to do. I'm sorry.
Ron, that means a lot coming from you, sir. So like I said, thank you so much. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Nice voice.
Okay. I hate to even ask these persons for their notes, but here we go. TJ, have at it.
Oh, we're done. That's it for the night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
No. Let Toria go. I want to hear this.
Orion.
This was one of the most entertaining nights of Right Club of all time. Okay, so I want to make a couple of things clear first. First, great job to everybody. If I laughed, if you heard me laugh, if you saw me laughing, it wasn't because y'all did a bad job. It was because it was so bizarre to hear this particular script read out loud by white people. It was so fucking funny. It was so funny when Mimi said gang in this bitch. I lost my mind. That was so funny, dog. Like, bro, like, that wasn't the only one, but that, I don't know if y'all remember, I had a line after that and I did not execute that. That was the funniest thing on this earth. But Mimi did a great job. And all y'all did a great job. And I appreciate y'all's sensitivity to the politics of language as it relates to the word nigga and, trying to find ways around it. I appreciate that as a gesture. I think that's kind, and there's that. Did y'all lose me for a second? Did y'all lose me? Hello? 1, 2, 3, check.
You're good.
You can hear me? Good. Okay.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that as a gesture. And I'm getting a lag now, but I'm just gonna keep talking. If you can't hear me, please type in the chat so that I know to stop talking or something.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I appreciate y'all okay, cool. I appreciate y'all sensitivity as a gesture. And yeah, that's that. Stafford, bro, this was great, bro. Like all of the jokes and kind of like bizarreness of the moment aside, this is an excellent script. I would certainly keep watching this movie. I'm excited to know that there is a rest of the script, like there's a draft ready. I'd be interested in reading all of it if you want to share it with me. But there were a couple of notes that I did have. So the first, I don't remember where it was in the script, but it was earlier on. You said, "I wish death on you, bitch." I don't think that that character would talk like that. But it's your character, you know how they would talk. I'm just saying it didn't seem like it fit kind of in the scope of what was going on. Next, you said, "Forget you then." When you were talking about the homeless man, you said, "Forget you then." but it was in the action, I would just move that over to dialogue, like just put homeless man, forget you then, and let that moment be dialogue. Cool. So next thing, music selection. So I noticed that there were like maybe 4 or 5 spots where they were in the car and listening to music, or something was going on and they were listening to music. And it seems like you had particular songs picked out. Don't marry yourself to those songs just because stuff could change. You need to change it in production. Maybe you can't get the rights or whatever the case may be. But just be mindful of that. Unless you know the art directly and you got. What's up, bro?
Tori, real quick before you go ahead, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was waiting on one of you guys to say that. That's only because I had that in mind for that particular when I was writing it. But even when I send it to people, or if I send it to a contest, I always put a note. Of course, don't pay attention to these songs. Of course, production have to either change or approve these songs. So I always note that. That was just the feeling of the scene, basically. If you know the song, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what I was thinking too. No, you're good. You're good. That's what I was thinking you meant too. I just didn't want to, I didn't want you to get to, pre-production or production and get your feelings hurt, Cool. So there's that. I noticed that it didn't have a name at the top. I'm curious. Do you have a name for it yet?
It's gang. Talking about the title, right? The movie.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I see in the PDF now it says Gang Ties first. Okay. I thought that it didn't have a name, so I was gonna suggest maybe giving it like a very unassuming name that people wouldn't suspect they were gonna get the good ass movie. I don't know, but like.
Oh, okay. So you got something for me? I'll definitely take it down.
Give me an hour, bro. But I was just gonna suggest maybe something that was unassuming would kind of add to the kind of jarring effect that this movie has. Like, oh snap! Like this is whoa! Like maybe it would add to that, but who knows? So that was that note. So yeah. Okay, cool. So. Yeah. Okay. Couple character notes. So I thought that the characters were actually, I thought all of the I thought that all of the characters were dynamic, with the exception of Troy. I didn't think he wasn't dynamic, but I thought we could have gotten more from him in terms of, what he does, what he doesn't do, what his tendencies are. With like I take a character like Jamel, who I think was an excellent character. You saw a huge range of this man was beating somebody up on camera at one point. He's also laughing at somebody's face while they had a gun in his face. Like you get a very good feel for his mentality, his regard for his own life and other people's lives, all of those things. I don't think I saw those dynamics with Troy. He just kind of seemed mad the whole film. And as Arnold was alluding to, it's nice to get that range, especially with your main character, because you really want to make him likable. You want that save the boots with the fur moment, save the cat moment, where we all say, "Oh, I love this character. I ride with them until the end, no matter what they go through." Opening it up with, I guess, like the kind of opening it up with him as a kid was a smart move in that regard, because you begin to sympathize with what his life must be as a result. So if you didn't change that, I would understand it. I don't think that's bad, but I think like going right into him like beating his girlfriend and then him murdering somebody a little bit later, like I don't know, it's tough to like get on board with him. But I will say that showing that like jumping in at the beginning is definitely a great choice to like get people to understand where he's coming from. So I wouldn't be mad if you didn't change anything, but I wonder if there's a way to kind of even go a little bit further with making us like him and making him a little bit more dynamic.
Yes, sir. You got more fun? Go ahead. Man, hey, I can hear you talk all day, man. Go ahead. For real, go ahead.
It's only a couple more things. All positives. So a lot of the words that we're hearing, are like raw. I heard somebody say authentic. I would add into there that I thought it was very jarring. I thought it was honest, and I thought it was very original. You don't see a lot of high quality like hood films. Like a lot of it has, kind of low production value. I already admitted that I haven't seen like Baby Boy, and you get your hustle and flows. At least in the mainstream, you don't get a ton of hood films, but I really, really appreciate the fact that like you didn't pull any punches for the audience that isn't used to this or hasn't ever heard of this side of the world or what they're going through. This is a story that needs to be told. Folks don't really know what's going on in these people's lives. They don't understand the culture that surrounds that gang, and how inescapable it is, how it forces you into the worst choices on this earth. Like, people don't get that shit, and this is a very well constructed painting of that. I was in it. I was there. It was so good. I'm gonna read more. I'm probably gonna give you more feedback, but man, that was great. And one more time, I laughed so much. Just oh my God, this was so funny, man. Like, I can't say that enough. Thank you for bringing this to Right Club, because I needed the script to be read in this group. That was fantastic. Great job today.
Thank you. Hey, bro, that means a lot, bro. That means a lot. Like I said, all you guys, just the simple fact you guys supported tonight on my account of me, and got a chance to see a glimpse of my work. Like I said, I got more for you. Like I said, if you want me to come back in a couple months or so, I'll gladly bring another one of my scripts for you guys that you will enjoy. And yeah, this was just honestly, this script wasn't even supposed to be a script. This was just something that started out as a 2-page sample scene I was playing in. Somebody said, I want to read more. I want you should create more. This more that you can play with. And then I ended up turning it into a feature. So like I said, I got a rewrite that I'm working on. I took some notes from you guys as well. But I appreciate you guys for bringing my words to life, and it means a lot to hear your words and what you said to me. So man, this was a fun night. This actually I was nervous the whole day, wondering like, how the hell are they going to feel about this script? But to hear you guys get through it, and we got through it as painless as it was, man, it's encouraging. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, no, I'm the last person standing.
Go ahead, Miss Timberly.
I want to say that tonight really tested my skills of not laughing during narration, and I hope that I did a great job. Hearing Arnold say suckers instead of niggas was hilarious. My favorite moment, of course, agreeing with Torian, was gang in this bitch. On gang. Yes. Okay. So now that I have gotten that out of the way, like, it was a knee slapper. But beautiful. I loved it. One thing I would caution, I know that you're not married to your song choices, but from attending at Sundance and working with producers, I have been told that if you put the specific name of a song in your script and the people find out about it, your price, whatever you have to pay, it goes up. Whenever you have the name of a song specifically in your script, the price always goes up. So protect your price and just take the music out. That's what I would say. And just have those choices like in your brain for what you want versus like sending it out to people. Because if people find out, oh yeah, that song was mentioned on page 15, then you're probably going to pay 2 or 3 times more for it, or have to choose another song just because the price went up. I agree with Torian on the homeless dialogue. Just giving him that extra line because he's gonna say it anyway. So I would move that over to the dialogue. What I would suggest for the beginning is maybe not to start with the jumping itself, but to start with more of the situational stuff. So maybe like mom is getting beat by her boyfriend, or their dad gets killed or something, and that drives the mom to be an alcoholic. So it's like what causes these things to go on the path. Maybe they had a good dad and he got killed, you know, walking home from the grocery store at night or something. And so she copes because, you know, we all have our coping mechanisms. Alcohol is her way to cope. And, you know, then the boys, because they don't have their father anymore, are looking for men to latch on to look up to. And that's how they end up in that circle. And so maybe telling that story and moving into the jumping, and then we see gang ties, that starts more of an inciting incident than anything else. And maybe Troy is the kid who cares for his mom. So even though he's, you know, watching her endure these circumstances, he's the one that's like always gonna bring mom an extra tissue when she's crying, or maybe he's the one that brings her her bottle or something like that, just to maybe have him be sweet at first so we can like him and feel bad for him, and then, you know, he's growing up and beating his baby mom. So that's probably what I would do. I would either give him a father and take him away, or you know, do some type of tragic thing to make it make sense that, you know, a child, because children come in the world blank slates, and then different experiences and things impress upon them, and they end up in shitty situations when they are exposed to shitty things. And so that would be my suggestion. Overall, great job. I enjoyed it. Definitely, if you're gonna use foots, I would probably explain it on first reference, because I got caught up on it, and then I was like, that's a Chicago thing. It has to be a Chicago thing. So while there are similarities in culture, there is a difference between Black Memphis culture and Black Chicago culture. So yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the difference in the dialogue and the dialect and like the way it plays around. So it was very, very interesting, very informative, and I definitely enjoyed it. Great job, Stafford.
Just to chime in and piggyback off of you, Timberly, I guess I get what everybody's saying about Troy and maybe his backstory or whatever in family life. Why it seems like every time we watch those types of films that there's always a negative. So maybe, I don't know, just the sidebar, the family he could have come from a not a broken family, but his father and mother were together, like you said, and they had a good family life, had a good life. And maybe, like you said, his father's walking home from the store or something or whatever, and he got killed. So now he's looking for a father figure or some type of way to belong, because it was just him, his mom, and dad, or, you know, and so now he's looking for that connection. And he got caught up in that other side. So it's just, I feel like it would be a fresh take as opposed to having the same type of, I don't know the word I'm trying to find, the same type of what we always see.
Tropes.
If I'm making sense.
Tam, we talking about like tropes, right? Like cliches or tropes.
Yeah.
If I might add, there's another way to make your character. This is a general statement, not a Troy statement, but another way to make a character more likable or make them more identifiable as the protagonist is that being good is relative to what you're being surrounded by within your environment and the other characters. So Troy can remain who he is as long as everyone else is way worse than he is. If he's the light in a dark room, he still is the protagonist. But still, I think there are ways that you don't have to change him drastically to make him more likable. Also, can I ask you a question? At the beginning, when the two boys are getting beat up, who jumped in to save his friend? Was it Troy being saved, or was Troy saving his friend?
No, that was good question, Arnold. That was Rod helping him.
Okay,
They
so
would,
oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think if you flip that, that would make Troy more likable and more like we would root for him more. It would show more about character, loyalty, willing to actually sacrifice his well-being for somebody that he loves and cares about. And it would show a stronger dynamic between those friends also. So that's a simple way of where you could address that kind of issue.
I like that. Thanks, Arnold. I like that. I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you.
Again, my name is Timberly Hope. We have just finished reading Gang Ties, the first act of Gang Ties by our guest writer of the evening, Mr. Stafford Echols. This has been your Right Club Table Read for the month of August 2021. We thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.
Gang in this bitch.
Can't take you nowhere, Torian. Stop recording.
Love your